Hello everyone, it's going to be episode 4, a new episode, session 1. We are right away going to start developing our GAN model, Generative Adversarial Network model. Now all the environment is set, we have our Python installed, PyTorch integrated. So let's right away start a little bit of coding. Okay, the very first step, I have given the steps. Let's start creating the GAN model. Very first step, open the notepad and save it as main.py. So as I mentioned, we are not going to use any code editors here to keep the things simple. So let's open a small notepad. So I have it already open and I'm going to save it as, I have a directory for Python separately. I'm going to save it as main.py, that is what. And make sure this text document take it all pies. So main.py. So in this one, we are trying to understand very simple 2 lines of coding initially. That's why this is a very slowly we are trying to understand and slow and steady journey. That is what we are trying to do here. Because this is generative AI for everybody, even including non-IT, IT professionals, very basic beginners. So it's very slowly we are trying to do this. So what is the very first one? Import torch. So let me just simply copy this one and put it in my Python file. Import torch. Now we all know we are going to use torch library because we have already integrated Python and PyTorch. We are going to use PyTorch as our machine learning facilitator. Right. So in PyTorch, one of the main packages, so we can say one of the main libraries, that is a torch library. So we are going to import that one to our development environment because we are going to utilize many linear and many functionalities which is given by this torch library. So that is why we are importing for our development environment, for our code, import torch. So it will facilitate a lot of functionalities, tensor creation, algorithm creation, linear functionalities, lot of functionality support. So that's the very first code line. The second code line is import torch.nn as nn. So nn is nothing much neural network. So we are going to import from the main torch library. We are going to import a submodule telling torch.nn. As nn means this is alias, which will make the coding easy because we can refer to the alias. There are whenever you want to refer to this torch.nn module, we can use nn short form, that is alias. So those are the very first 2 lines that you are going to enter, and both will enable some functionalities. We'll try to understand in more detail later with the upcoming usage of these 2. First one is the library and the second one is the module. Usage of the library and module, we try to understand more detail. So these 2 lines doing nothing much, just enabling functionalities for our code. That is all. And now we can simply test this one. Very simple. I already saved this one. Let me save the because we enter certain lines. Let me just save that one. Okay, save. Now I am going to go here. It is already in this directory. I save in that directory. You can see the main.py. So I can simply say py.main.py. So I'm just trying to run that one, compile that one. So if there are errors, it will give me. There is no error because only 2 lines of coding. So that's why it came back to the prompt. And we can do this one as well. You can run py and it will give me the prompt of Python. You can simply test this in this way as well. I think we did this one in the previous installation also to test the installation. Import torch. If there is no error, it will come back to the prompt. You can see no error. And we can test this one also here, whether it's working or not. The same thing what we did by running the py. So you can see there are no errors. That means it's coming back to the prompt. So let me put Control Z to break it. Fine. So that's a very 2 simple lines that we are trying to understand in our GAN development coding. let's try to experiment a little bit. Now, this is explanation I have given what is PyTorch and all, but now you all know what is PyTorch basically. I'll upload this document for your reference. You can see PyTorch is an open source machine learning framework. Let's just explain. And again, see the torch library and the submodule are there. And I think you can see computer vision. It is primarily used for applications like computer vision. So that's the usage of this PyTorch. So computer vision means nothing much. This is deep learning framework, and you can see train computer models and again understand, analyze visual information. So this is graphic processing, and you can see with computer vision these tasks are in place: image classification, object detection, image segmentation, likewise. And again, if you go down, you can see more details I have given. PyTorch provides several tools like libraries, tools and libraries specifically designed for computer vision tasks like torch vision, torch script, CUDA. We know those things. We have discussed this in previous videos. I think I remember this command when you try to integrate PyTorch. We use this command, integrate PyTorch with Python. pip install torch vision, torch audio. So I think that is very clear. So it links with this explanation. We didn't use this line because this is for GPU enabled. This command we took it from PyTorch website. If you can remember that one. Okay, so you go down now. Okay, tensor library. Yeah, here are some of the features. Tensors are multi-dimensional arrays. We try to understand that one later a little bit. Okay, let's go down, and these are some references also I have given. Yeah, what is torch? You know now. We explained that one. Torch is again is a module within the library, within the PyTorch ML library, the torch. You can see it is already explained. Open source framework based on programming machine learning framework, that is for PyTorch, and torch is a library there. So that's what I explained in this particular episode 3 session 1 in the channel. If you just quickly go there, you can see under playlist episode 3, we go to this episode 3. Episode 1, 2, 3, session 1. Yes, that explains about torch library. This one. Take a look at it. Industry use cases also there. That. Yes, episode 3, session 1. This one. What is PyTorch? So this one. Just have a look. And if you go down further, I have given some examples. Make sure you are understanding these codes a little bit now, because we enter only these 2 lines. Now you know what it is, but we can just experiment a little bit the practical usage a little bit before getting into some deep coding here. What is import torch? Already explained now, but you can repeat the document later. Using a torch module directly. Yes, something like this. Import torch and some manipulations or some calculations. You can see x is a variable, torch, we generate some random values. So this will generate, you can see, create a random tensor of size 3 into 3. So we can run these commands and see. I think we can do it in the next video. So let's try to experiment these few commands, because these small calculations, small functional usage will help you to understand the upcoming functionalities and statements that we are using in our development work for the model creation. Thanks. Let's meet in the next video. Okay, thanks.